I'm hooking up a deep water pump on a spring that we have far away. I'm not too sure if it's gonna push water all the way here, but for 140 bucks, I think is what we paid for it. It's worth trying. So that's what I'm up to today.
Yeah.
Hey, check it out. That's water. See? Tasty. I am developing our spring. We actually have a water license for this, and it's a pretty difficult spot to develop, and you'll see later in the video how far we have to take this water line all the way home, and I have to pump it all the way home. I have to build a solar array down in this area, and if you take a look, there's lots of sun, but not lots of sun exposure. So up over there, I have to get a solar array built, and this is going to be a bit of a project, but my goal for the weekend is to make this work. I bought a pump and it works well. I did a test run, obviously not filming, but I did a test run and it works fine. It will work for what we need, thank goodness. It was only like 140 bucks, and you know I'm going to leave a link for that thing because I am super impressed with it. So yeah, I'm going to get a spring box put into this spring and just kind of see how our flow goes and try to figure out how I'm going to be able to capture the water and pump it up. It's a pretty slow flow right here. You can see I don't even know if you can see that. It's trickling basically. But I built this spring box here. Very simple, very dirty, whatever. It's got some holes in the side. It's got a little spigot I can stick a 1/2-inch line into, and then I'm gonna stick this in that puddle right there, and it's gonna fill it up, and I'm gonna have a pipe that goes all the way over there so that it gravity feeds into a 1,000-liter IBC tank. I came down here this morning and there was a bear up on the hill where those solar panels are going to be. In fact, let's see if we can see his footprint here. Yeah, there's a bear footprint right there, and he's been down here because this is a nice little watering hole from him or her, and it will continue to be a nice little watering hole, but I'm also going to get to have some of it as well. So I am going to stop talking and start installing. Can you see the flow right there? Oop, no, you can't. There's a little bit of flow right there, and there's a little bit of flow right here. It's not much, but it's enough for this guy. So what's happening right now, I've dammed this little area up. The water's going out one area, and that's through the spring box. So, and that should be the only area the water can escape. I may have to come back here and do, well, I'm going to do more. Ultimately, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bury a culvert 12 feet in the ground, and then that's going to be our shallow well. But for now, I don't have a excavator to come down here, but that's our flow right there at the present moment. I'm hoping that it stays something similar to that, because I need water. I need water for sure, big time. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that. I got the spring box put in. I haven't been attacked by any bees or wasps, and they are everywhere down here because this is the only wet place in this area. And I'm gonna come back in about an hour and see how this is equalized, and see what my actual flow is gonna look like. So my battery died and I had to charge it up. But what I did is I changed some things up a little bit here. I found a better place to put the spring box, and it's got pretty good flow, which you'll see in a second. I'm going to time how long it takes to fill 55 gallons because I've got this 55-gallon tank here that I'm going to pump out of. While I was setting up the pump, I broke the outtake nipple on it. And that took the wind out of my steam out of my sails, wind out of my sails, steam out of my engine, something like that. Anyway, I had a good fit, and then I Gorilla Glued it back on, and now I'm trying to be patient and just let it sit and let it cure. So hopefully that works. If not, I get the piece or buy a new pump. So I'm happy because we have good flow, and I gotta focus on that, not focus on maybe I broke the pump. So anyway, I'm gonna put the camera on the tripod and you're gonna watch me work some more. Spring box, hose, or half-inch polyline, call it what it is, I suppose. Filling a 55 gallon. So I'm gonna find out what my flow rate is. So yeah, I'm gonna find out my flow rate, see how much in an hour, or how long it takes for, 55 gallons, and then I can base my calculations of flow in to that blue container, and then we'll see how the pump pulls out way up and over and all the way around over to my place, and I'll show you right away how far that is. But I'm hoping that the pump does not flow as quick as that flows into that, so that that's always full. There's still overflow. I'm not using too much water. Mind you, there's a whole ton of springs that feed this draw here. I know that this is a good amount of water for what we're gonna need. So I'm gonna sit here with my very hot forest dog. Forest dog, you hot? Yes. I'm gonna sit here with my forest dog and enjoy the sound of peeing. Okay, so I'm nearing the top here right now, and let's see. Okay, it'll be 32 minutes to fill 55 gallons. Now, I don't use that in a day, so that's half an hour to fill. Yeah, maybe we would use that in a day if we had the opportunity, but we're good with water. Even our gardening methods have started to change. We've been using straw over our whole garden bed, and yeah, that's saved a lot of water. Mind you, this drought that we've had and the lack of water, this year we don't have a garden other than a few pot plants that are managing through the deadliest weather we've ever had in Canada. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. It's getting just about ready to overflow, and 32, let's call it 35 minutes for 55 gallons. Pfft. As long as my pump pumps a little less than that, oh man, we've got water. 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 You need water if you're going to buy a property off grid. You need it. And if you don't work, then maybe you can pump water, but we don't have the time to pump water. We're busy. I haven't got anything done on the house this weekend. I've just been working on this, but this is a huge step in the right direction for us, so we've got water. Anyway, I am going to go and see how my pump is doing after I broke it. I'm waiting for glue to dry to fix the little nipple that comes out of it, and I'm determined today to get this all filled up. I mean, to start filling up our cistern today and have the pump hooked up to a battery which is charged by solar energy. So yeah, we're overflowing. Here we go. That's it. And I must say, I tried the water fearlessly, and it is delicious because it's spring water. We're gonna go get some cool fresh water. You want some? Poetry in motion, you are. You're poetry in motion, my girl. This is a lineal current booster. This is going to make it so that I can run directly without a battery. We've got 2 batteries right now that can give us about, those are just old bus batteries from the bus. Those will give us about maybe 4 or 5 hours of pumping on a full charge, and then they're toast, which isn't good enough. So when I have this installed, I will get probably about 5 hours a day of solar energy, pumping at high efficiency every day, filling our cistern. When the sun comes up here and it goes down, disappears over there. And even more so, I can move my panels up onto a hill over there and get more energy if we need it. But I think if we get 5 hours of inflow into our cistern a day, that'll be just fine. Mm-hmm. So it's all an experiment, and we're gonna see how it goes. That's gonna reduce power even just having all that on it, eh? Mosquitoes, 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 mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes are terrible down here.
Oh man, it's the only water source like anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got a 280 watt panel and it's running a 12 volt pump. It's got a high voltage going into I'm gonna put the description, whatever it is right here, because we'll have it in our descriptions. I will take a picture of it too. It brings up the efficiency of running the pump directly off the panel, so we don't need a battery. So yeah, that pushes up about 700 meters to our place from here, and it goes up. Oh my god.
Okay, let's go finish. All right, we are up out of the mosquito zone somewhat. There's still a few around, but it's not as bad as the spring. So yeah, we are super happy with this pump. It has been amazing. We have too much water coming now, and
not too much, just the right amount.
We're able to water the grass. Yeah, we're getting about 400 gallons a day, which is more than we use. But it's so nice to have the hose running, and I can fill up the chicken water, goat water. We're watering the grass again.
We can have a garden next year.
I planted a garden. I planted some seeds this week. I don't know if they're going to take or not. It's pretty smoky. But anyways, details. What's the height that we're pumping it?
So we're probably going about, I'm guessing about 60 meters up, and then it goes about 20 meters down. Mm-hmm. So 40 meters in total when you account for the suction and the drop, I think, maybe.
And then it goes a couple hundred meters distance to our place.
Yeah, I would say that's probably maybe 500. I said 700, but it's probably 500 meters, half a kilometer.
Yeah.
So it works amazing. We're gonna get proper line buried. We just have some old poly pipe and that we're using right now, but we're gonna get a proper line buried. We're gonna get it installed properly. I'm gonna bury a culvert, put a shed over top of it, and that's gonna be where our water comes from.
Yeah.
From here on out, hopefully.
Yeah. So that is a solution to pumping water.
Yeah.
We're really happy with it.
It's a solution to living up here too, because don't buy a place without water. Unless you know that you can get it from somewhere. And we do have opportunities for water around here, but we actually have a water license now. So we wanted to share this pump with you because it is affordable, and so far it's been working great. Yeah.
It's been running every day that the sun is on the panel.
About 5 hours a day.
Even in the smoke, it's been running.
This is not happening because it's overcast and smoky, but yeah, for the most part, we get 400 gallons a day. So I highly recommend this pump. Before I bought it, I did other YouTube searches for it, and it's totally worth buying. And if you're gonna buy one, buy two, because they're $150 Canadian. And if you actually need water, it's probably not a bad idea. I always have a backup anyway.
Yeah.
But just by chance, this pump, the intake that goes into that blue barrel, that pump matches that intake exactly. Pretty much. I think it still dribbles out a little bit, but it's not too much. So
you don't want it to take too much.
No.
Because then it won't work. But anyways, we're gonna wrap up this video. If you're looking for some way to pump water uphill and you have a spot for solar, check this pump out. We'll put a link down below.
Yeah.
And also for the solar controller or whatever it is.
Yeah.
The other piece that you need.
Totally. So you can run directly off of your solar panel and not have to mess around with the battery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, catch you in the next one.
Yes.
Take care, everyone.